Yes! Let's go! It's out! Let's go! 117 on the final copy today, plus, I mean, I have so many, I still have the thing downloaded. There are so many old copies of this level that I'm just, like, not even worried about counting attempts. Like, genuinely, my attempt count is not going to be a thing I worry about, because I put so many attempts into playtesting the very first versions of this, into getting runs on them, whatever, playtesting different versions as, like, not bug fixes, but, like, as nerfs and balance updates were happening, as the level got extended into a full layout, whatever, so I'm not even gonna bother counting attempts. There is no point to doing that whatsoever. But yeah, so this is Dario's new solo, and I am so happy with how this turned out. This is such a sick level. Really hoping, fingers crossed, this one can get some traction, because Dario is well overdue a rate. Yeah, this is really fun. This level actually originally started out as just the ship part. It was just going to be like its own little challenge thing, and then he had the thought, well, maybe I can extend it into a full level, and he did, and I think he did a fantastic job doing it. I will say, the ship is all the difficulty, and that's sort of by design. The beginning cube robot bit is not free, but compared to the ship, it's much easier, and that's sort of intentional, right? I think it's justified, and it works well with the song. The level's only like a minute and a second long, so it's not too bad in terms of like, oh, I have to sit through this beginning. Like, the beginning's not that long, and I think the beginning does a good job at having gameplay that's actually like interesting and fun to play while being a little easier, right? It feels like Insane Demon gameplay, but like a really enjoyable Insane Demon, so you're not sitting there like bored every attempt. Like, some levels, the beginning is just like, bleh. And then you get to the end and it's like, oh, this is the fun, hard part, but it's hard, so I'm going to die here a bunch. Like, no, this level does a good job at actually holding your attention up until the difficulty at the ship. The deco in this is so cool, and this is something I think Dario does that, if you, like, other people do, but Dario has a really good focus on. So many elements are just, like, clever, and, like interesting, and like it kind of feels different from a lot of the stuff out right now. I don't know, like when you go into the cube or robot portals at the start, the decoration turns either green or gray depending on what game mode you're in, which I think is really cool. And being able to do that within the idea of like, oh, well, it's kind of grassy in nature like for green, and then kind of like stony and whatever for gray. I don't know if that was the intent, but I think it worked really well. There's just tons of little details and little, like, ideas and things throughout that are really cool. I don't know. I'm really happy with how this turned out. This was going to be a 2.1 release, and right as we were getting into, like, the final playtesting phases, we reached out to playtesters. Shout out Plimbus Willowvink for that. We reached out to final playtesters, and, like, literally the day I reached out, 2.2 drops. So we were like, oh, well, okay, we're gonna have to give it, like, a week. But yeah, we finally got it play tested, and it's verified. So this will hopefully, fingers crossed, be released today before the new year, which is awesome. That was kind of the goal. The goal was before the update, but then the update just dropped. So then the goal was the new year. Yeah, but this is really fun. I seriously hope you play this. I find this somewhere in like green or yellow tier NLW, but I will say my opinion is very skewed in a lot of different directions, because I've played this level into the ground. I've played way harder versions of this level, like all sorts of shit. So I think this is really hard. I think the ship skill, the ship control skill required in this level is well, like decently more commanding than stuff in like the first two tiers of NLW pretty ubiquitously, right? But there are some people, like I think Plimbus and the playtest team said it could be in one of the like blue tiers, so I don't know where people will find this difficulty-wise. I think a lot of it's going to depend on your ship skill, because that's, like I say, that's most of the difficulty of the level. But yeah, this was really cool. I'm so fucking happy that this can be released now. please, if you're in the skill level to try it, give it a try. It's not going to be for everyone, sort of by nature of the balancing, but I think if you really sit down and put the time into learning it, it's really, really fun. This was a great experience. I'm super, super happy to have this level out. I'm going to stop talking about it now so that I can tell them that I verified it and we can get this level up. Alright, I'm going to cut the recording here now. Bye.